favorite holiday, New Year, is at the door. It's bringing an ocean of gifts and amusing surprises, the Clydebank Dockyard, various novelties, and the New Year spirit. On the eve of the most wonderful holiday, Magic Stars brought 3 snow giants to life, and those giants held a contest. That's how the New Year's Night event starts. Each giant has their duty. Which one will you help?
The New Year's Night event starts 2 weeks after the release of the update, and it runs until the end of Update 0.10.11. It comprises 4 stages, with each running for 7 days. At each stage, you can choose one of 3 teams named after the Magic Stars, Modus, Cerdum, or Munera. You can complete personal missions to get the Snow Giants as commanders with 6 skill points: Omaha, Jaguar, or Canta di Cavour in the Snow and Stars permanent camouflages, the New Year's Night Achievement, a new temporary resource, Star Tokens, and New Year Sky expendable camouflages.
In addition to that, we've prepared a new celebratory collection dedicated to Christmas and New Year-related naval traditions.
The Christmas and New Year in the Navy collection comprises 4 sections with 6 elements in each. The reward for completing each section is a day of premium account. If you complete the entire collection, you'll receive a Santa's Big Gift container. The collection elements only drop from Christmas and New Year in the Navy containers. You can obtain the containers by participating in the New Year's Night event or get them in exchange for Star Tokens in the Armory.
Our iconic snowfall of knocked-off snowflakes is ongoing during the holiday season as well.
Throughout Update 0.10.10 and 0.10.11, depending on the ship's tier, knocked-off snowflakes will reward you with coal, steel, and New Year certificates, a temporary resource that can be exchanged for any of 3 Santa's gift container types in the Armory.
Don't forget that you can knock the snowflake off each ship just once in all battle types, except for training battles. 2 weeks after the release of Update 0.10.11, 5 themed groups of the New Year Navy combat missions will become available.
The reward for completing the first group is the New Year permanent camouflage for Tier 8 ships. Complete groups 2 through 4 to receive Visor, Fubuki, and Ismail in the Snow and Stars permanent camouflages, as well as commanders with 6 skill points for each of them. The reward for completing the final combat mission group is Kekturn in the Snow and Stars permanent camouflage, and Dutch commander Sinterklaas with 10 skill points.
By the way, to start completing the combat missions, you'll need new British battleship Repulse. She can be obtained for free at the 18th phase of the Clydebank Dockyard.
In Update 0.10.11, players will be able to commence the construction of British battleship Marlborough at the new dockyard. The ship's primary feature is 16 356mm guns that have a decent range and high rate of fire for a battleship. The ship possesses good speed, maneuverability, and concealment parameters, but lacks tough armor and high accuracy. The construction process at the dockyard comprises 32 phases. The construction phases can be completed throughout Update 0.10.11 and 0.11.0 by fulfilling combat mission groups at the dockyard. Doing so will allow you to finish 27 out of 32 construction phases. In addition to that, construction phases can be purchased for doubloons up until the end of Update 0.11.1.
Not a single shipbuilder will leave our party without marvelous New Year rewards. First of all, you'll be able to obtain 2 more British battleships that will look really nice in the London port, which has been specially decorated for the New Year holiday season.
For finishing the 6th construction phase, you'll get Dreadnought in the Snow and Stars permanent camouflage, a commander with 6 skill points and a port slot. The rewards for finishing the 18th phase are new British ship Repulse in the Snow and Stars permanent camouflage, a commander with 6 skill points and a port slot. The latter is a Tier 6 premium battleship with a decent cruising speed and large HP pool. Repulse is armed with powerful long-range 381mm guns that have decent accuracy. Similar guns can be found on another British ship, Queen Elizabeth. For completing other construction phases, you'll be rewarded with Santa's gift, Santa's Big Gift and Santa's Mega Gift containers. Fresh New Year Sky expendable camouflages, days of premium account, coal, steel, research points, and other valuable items. Finally, you'll get Marlboro in the Warpaint Camouflage, a commander with 10 skill points, a port slot, and a commemorative flag.
You'll still be able to fulfill combat mission groups at the dockyard if you finalize the construction of Marlboro by purchasing phases with doubloons, and you'll receive 250 steel for every phase you complete. Now let's continue with some other news.
New German battleships from Tier 3 through Tier 10 will become available for research to all players with the release of Update 0.10.11. The new ships will impress their captains with their great secondary batteries, long-range torpedoes, accurate guns, even though they are a few in number, and the trademark German hydroacoustic search, as well as their decent concealment and cruising speeds. We've updated the torpedo homing mechanic for submarines. Torpedoes now home in on their targets while gradually increasing the lead on them. This change has allowed us to reduce the number of cases where submarines located close to islands launch torpedoes at targets marked with a sonar ping, and then hit land masses instead of their target. Moreover, targets can now evade homing torpedoes more easily if the sonar ping effect is removed. We've also added an underwater torpedo reticle.
We've also updated Hydrophone and introduced some other changes. Plus, we've added a sound preset system.
The presets allow you to adjust the in-game sound effects according to your preferences with just a couple of clicks. Players can choose from standard, cinematic, simple, night, and custom presets. This provides a great opportunity to listen to battles from an entirely new perspective.
You can find the remaining details about Update 0.10.11 on our website. I want to wish you amazing new victories and achievements, discoveries and luck, and most importantly, warmth and love in the coming new year. Take care of yourselves and your close ones, Captains.